Time to clear Jewel Raid level 7.
7k dreamer please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at Sebastian's review and also Jewel Raid level 7. He is actually a DPS for Jewel Raid, and he has amplified magic stats by 200% for Jewel Raid. So without further ado, let us just check out the overview of my heroes. This is gonna be the first time I'm using the new layout, so do let me know in the comments what you think of this new presentation. I'm using Ares here. Ares is now a Jewel Raid specialist. Okay, she actually buffs single target moves. So for Ares, I've given her higher speed, and also the more important jewels are PvE defense and also Guardian Ring with evasion. And Guardian Ring is super important because she has taunt and Numo Wang will always target her, so you want her to be able to withstand all the attacks as well as evade possibly. Okay, and for her traits, I've given her reduced damage taken from universal due to the taunt. Numo Wang has very high counter, so later we'll talk about all the masteries as well. Then I'm using Platine. Platine actually is only here just for support. He's used for his passive, which increases damage dealt on universal heroes by 80%. So as you can see, the equipment I've given him is not very good. The jewels are not really there, the traits, no traits and soul skills that are very important pertaining to this at all. The same thing goes for Helena. Helena is also a Jewel Raid specialist now. However, her skill is still the same, and she's also here for healing because whenever an enemy dies, she will actually heal the whole team. And that's pretty much the same effect as what Chris did when we were fighting against Numo Wang in World Boss. So as you can see, her equipment is also not very good. No jewels, traits and soul skills at all. I've really only given her the Guardian Ring for her survivability because she really needs to heal, so you don't want her to be taking too much damage. Next up is Rachel. Rachel is slightly more important because you need her awaken passive, so you need the increased awakening gauge jewel for her, increased defense, and she really needs the Guardian Ring as well because Numo Wang can hit very painfully on her. So if you don't have the Guardian Ring, he will pierce through the Willful Ring if you do give her Willful Ring. Okay. And finally for Sebastian, I'm giving him double lethal, 1 world boss and 1 revolutionary item, double HP, and the jewels and traits are very standard DPS builds as well as the soul skills. You really need his exclusive item which actually resets his awaken skill. That is the most crucial part of it. Okay. As for my masteries, as you can see, I've highlighted some already. Basically for level 15, 50 as well as 85. These basically reduce the crit rate of Numo Wang because Numo Wang has very high counter. You don't want him to be countering your Sebastian and Rachel with crit attacks. That will really kill them very quickly, especially if he uses a skill immediately after his crit attack. I think Sebastian will have a hard time surviving. Also, if you can, try to put on all the reduced counter rate masteries against him. However, I feel that the effect is not very big. He probably has very high counter rate because even with such a mastery setup, he still counters quite a bit. Okay, so that is why I never really put it as a must over here. So we'll head into the run. Basically, when you go in, it's the same thing as Numo Wang as always. You start off with the minions, but Sebastian can kill them all even when the minions are blocking the damage. Okay, so he's very strong in this case, and he can definitely help you clear the waves very easily so that they will not actually explode on you. And when Numo Wang casts his Bellowing Rage again, your Sebastian should have around this amount of cooldown. If you're using Yorang, I'm using Yorang over here. Okay, so Ares will actually counter and reduce the cooldown for Sebastian, and over here you will see that it's actually very seamless. He actually has his skill ready to be used by the time Numo Wang casts the next minion attack. So thereafter, he's gonna use Big Bang, and here I'm gonna start to cast my debuffs on Numo Wang using Rachel's Phoenix and Blaze. If Numo Wang actually uses Big Bang before as his first skill, you can actually cast Phoenix to reduce the damage that will be inflicted from the minion attack. So after this, it's really just about spamming Sebastian's skills. And if Bellowing Rage comes out again, like in this case, you have to use the bottom skill to clear it because it actually hits 5 targets. And if you don't clear the minion, there will be no way for you to hit Numo Wang at all. And you see here that he actually proc his marker ability, Minions Revolt. Okay, he actually does 800%, ignores defense and always crits. So that is the good thing about having the marker ability on Sebastian right now. Kind of reminds me of B-Down for smart mode. There's a lot of residual damage done. Every time he uses a skill, he basically will mark Numo Wang, and every time he uses a skill, he will also heal. So it's pretty difficult for him to die unless, you know, Numo Wang does a speed attack or counter and he uses his skill. As you can see here, the minions are blocking but they still die. So he's very strong. Definitely no problem in killing the minions with Sebastian. So you see that I'm not using anybody else's skills. Okay, really just killing Sebastian up, down, up, down, up, down. And that is all there is to this raid. The only thing you have to take note is whenever Sebastian is low on health and his skill is ready, don't hesitate, just skill it. Okay, don't worry because Ares will help you reduce the cooldown in time for the next clearance of the minions. So that's just something you don't have to worry about.
You dare to oppose me?
Get lost! Here's a performance test.
Witness my power!
Get lost! Get lost! Here's a performance test.
And this chain attack is fantastic. Honestly, I almost forgot he had chain attack, because I was wondering why he was doing 2 attacks all the time. And I think his awaken skill is very strong as well. It takes off quite a chunk of Nemo Wang's health. And you have to give him the increased awakening gauge duo for this case, okay? Because you really want him to be spamming his awaken skill as soon as it comes up.
Get lost! Get lost! Here's a performance test. Here's a performance test.
You dare to oppose me?
So for my Platin run, it actually took a little bit longer than I expected. I thought that we will get a better damage output because Platin increases damage dealt on universal heroes by 80%. And I just want to show you guys my other team that I use, which is the Rin team. It actually is faster, but maybe I had lesser, random speed attacks, lesser basic attacks in this run. So it's really hard to say. And I feel that the damage amount, the damage numbers is about the same actually. If you compare the 2 runs, you will see that my awaken skill does about 6,900,000 around there. This was also the same for the Platin runs. I'm not sure if the 2 buffs kind of build up such that it gives you the same amount or not. Yeah, but this is something that I observed, so you can definitely go in with either one of them. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. I hope this video shed light on Sebastian's capabilities and how efficient he is in clearing the raid. Of course, I know some people are saying that he's not strong enough and they would rather use Spina. Go ahead, no problem. Spina is actually also very strong. Okay, but I think the marker ability here definitely puts Sebastian at a much more efficient level compared to Spina. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more raid videos as well as my truth guide. I'm still trying to level her up higher. Stay tuned. Thank you so much and I'll see you.